What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest gaming podcast on the internet, the One Up Gamescast. I am one of your hosts, Carl Sinclair, joined as always by my brother from another mother, the man with the plan, Master Chief in the streets, Master Cheeks in the sheets, Jack Gibb. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, mate. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. And mate, even more wonderful is we are celebrating our 50th episode of the One Up Gamescast, which is awesome but insane, because I feel like it's crazy to think, like, I feel like the One Up rebrand and all that stuff has just happened, but it hasn't. It's been like over a year, which is insane to me. So the fact that we've got to 50, like, that's awesome. Getting to 50 on a podcast all over again, so cool.
I feel the day when the 1 year anniversary is, and you were like, mate, that was many months ago.
Yeah, April 5th. I remember it. April 5th. I was smart. I launched One Up on a day that I knew I couldn't forget. It was my sister's birthday. Why? Because it was the closest day to when all the One Up stuff was basically ready to go. So I just waited an extra week so I would not forget. So I know that One Up launched on the same day as my sister was born. So easy. I should never forget. Or my sister. I never forget my sister's birthday either. So that's also really good. So if I'm ever like, yeah, One Up. Oh shit, sister. Like, that'll be great. 2 birthdays same day. Awesome. It's awesome. But yeah, 50 episodes. That's so good. That's so great. Ab's got so much content to listen to. It's crazy. I'm so happy for him.
Let's make another good episode then.
Let's do it, mate. Like, I think, here's the thing, guys. The 50th thing was remembered right before we started. So we haven't got anything too special planned. But for 100, we're going to have something, wow, it's going to be great. We'll have special guests and everything. I think we did that for episode 100 of the Aussie Lag Gamescast back in the day we had.
There's an episode with guests that turned into a part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, because we just like waffled on and it was great.
Someone left halfway through. I can't remember.
Yeah. Corey came on and then Corey left because he was listening from like episode 1, so we got him on. Who knows? Maybe episode 100 we get a listener on. Maybe Jordan will come back. Maybe we get Jake on to sing a song, and then pimp stream tapes and then leave. It'll be great. We got a lot. Hey, we got 50 episodes to plan it, you know? It's a year away. It's got to be. So we've got time. But this week on the show, we are going to be talking about Dragon Age the Veilguard. I'm going to give you guys my first impressions on the brand new Dragon Age game. Strap in for that one. It's been a very hot topic lately. And then we're going to dive into the conversation that's been on everybody's lips. Call of Duty Season 1. And the replacer. He's here, guys. We've been playing with him. We've replaced our operators with the replacer, and it's so good. But yeah, first off, Dragon Age the Veilguard. My friend, what a hot topic of a game. So many.
Can I jump in?
You may
and say a hot topic of a game, but nothing beats your unboxing.
Thank you, mate. Thank you so much.
I think that might be the greatest YouTube video of the year. Across the whole platform. I was pissing myself from start to finish.
Bro, I if you guys haven't seen it, I picked up the collector's edition. I wish I'd got the Rook edition, but it wasn't something that was just readily available at like an EB Games or something. It was like something you have to get through the Bethesda Gear store, which they still have apparently. So I do intend to add it to the collection at some point, probably sooner if I enjoy the game. I'll be like, I need to get this. But I got the collector's edition, picked it up, and it came in a bubble wrap mailer bag. There's a great thumbnail, I've been told. It's up on YouTube. Please, I implore you guys, go check out this unboxing. It's great. Honestly, for a collector's edition, it was a whole lot of nothing, which is kind of sad considering like I paid $220 for it. $220 for a bubbler, bro. A mail bag with a sticker on it.
120, maybe 130. I'd be like, is what it is. 220?
Yeah, dude. And like, what's crazy, right? Is the I have it right here, actually. The game. So it doesn't even have it on the back. Why it's the deluxe edition? It comes with some DLC, right? And deluxe edition is like 150. I think this whole collector's edition should have been 150. Because I got this deluxe edition and I've been playing the game now for about 3 hours and I'm yet to actually use anything
Deluxe.
From the deluxe edition.
Did you put the code in?
I have. And the game...
Off the EB Games receipt?
I'm not sure where to get my stuff from in the game. It's there somewhere. Everybody got a whole bunch of gear. Yeah, I'll find it. Don't you worry. I'll find it. Actually, I'm really keen to find the stuff they dropped on November 7th, like N7 Day, because they dropped some cool like Mass Effect themed armor. Not the first Dragon Age to do it. Like Dragon Age has had some like Mass Effect themed armor in the past. So I'm keen to find that because that's going to be what I'm going to run. I'm a Grey Warden warrior, by the way, guys. And I made my character look as much like me as possible. And then I'm like, cool, now he needs muscles. And he looks awesome. He looks like a Chad. But we got the same beard, same eye color. I made my eyebrows look very much the same. We got the same haircut, same hair color. It's freaking awesome. The character creator, we'll get into my first impression in a second. Very cool, very intricate. But yeah, the collector's edition, my goodness, came with a steelbook. It came with a box inside of a bubble bag. It came with the game itself just loose, flying around in there. It came with a metal poster that congratulated me because I'm a brand new owner of the metal poster. And it came with... That's it, I think.
I was going to say, I can't even remember.
I feel like there was something else, but like it was just, yeah, it's so disappointing considering like there is an edition out there. Like the Rook edition is stunning. Very cool. Comes with a replica of Solus's ritual dagger, which I want so much. It looks so cool. But yeah, Dragon Age. Let's jump in. So I jumped in a couple of days ago. Jumped straight in after I wrapped up my COD review. I was like, time to jump into the next game. I'm gonna just jump into Veilguard. Had it installed for a few days. Jumped in. Instantly met with some exposition, which led into the character creator. Very intricate, very in-depth, which is what you expect from a lot of these character creators from like RPGs these days. Is you expect them to be super in-depth, super intricate, like being able to change every little minute detail, like to the fact that you can like change like the color in your eyes to like 3 different sort of like the outer iris, the inner iris, and then just like the bulk of the eye. Like you can have that color sprinkled all the way through. Very, very cool. Then you pick your class, you pick your character's backstory, name, pronouns, starting sort of like where you're going to be. I pick Grey Warden, warrior. I always sort of like pick a knight. And for the first time ever, I did try to make the character look like me. I got into a real bad habit. Oh, God, I don't even remember the year. But it was all the way back in like... Jesus Christ. It must have been like... Whenever The Witcher 2 came out. Which would have been like, I don't know, like 2000 and... I don't want to say 7. I hope it's not 7.
Could be a little later. Let me Google that.
Like 2010, maybe? Because Witcher 3 was like 2015.
2011.
2011. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. After that, I made every character in any RPG that I played look like Geralt of Rivia. I was like hooked on Witcher after Witcher 2. I loved it so much. So I like always made everybody look like Geralt. Like if you ever played Palia, Palia is a game that I played for a hot minute. Like I literally, my character in Palia is called Geralt, and he's got like the scar over his eye. Like everybody always looked like Geralt, but this time I was like, no, this time I'm trying to make him look like me. And I did a pretty okay job, I think. I think he looks a bit too chatty, but like when they give you the option to play with a chin, you play with a chin. You know what I mean? It was real fun. So yeah, game starts, and then as the game started, I was getting into it. Opens up with basically introducing you to how things are going to work in terms of like dialogue choices, you're interacting with people. It basically gives you one choice straight up when you can literally fight everybody in the bar or literally try to talk your way out of it. I pick fight, thinking that it would like push me into combat and allow me to like experience combat for the first time. Isn't what happens. It all happens within a cutscene. So that was kind of disappointing, but like I understand like it would be weird to give me the opportunity to fight before, like if somebody else had picked the option just to talk it out, it'd be weird for them to later on get like a tutorial after I've already got one. So it made a little bit of sense, but it was still disappointing that I couldn't get in on the action. Basically setting up the story, and I'll give you the elevator pitch. Solus, who is a character from the earlier Dragon Age games, who's been there since the first one, he is opening up a mythological barrier to the Veil, which is where all these demons are on the other side. He wants to like break down the barriers between these worlds because he misses the old world, because he's ancient. He's one of the ancient elven gods. So another character from the original game, Varric, he's a dwarf. He's like, we got to stop him. We got to get to him. We got to find him. So you're in this town trying to find a contact who's going to be able to help you find him. Cut a long story short, they've been taken captive, so we have to go to the other side of town to find her. As we're going to find her, the ritual starts. So you, Harding, and Varric eventually find Nev, go over to Solus, and this was the moment. There's been a lot of like discourse about this game, about it like just writing and just like certain things that are absolute bullshit, but certain things in general. And this is the first moment where, as somebody who has played the Dragon Age games, where I kind of was like, this feels wrong. And that is when we get to a real important moment where Varric decides to go and confront Solus about what he's doing. And it's at this moment where I thought to myself, wow, it would be really awesome if Dragon Age had taken a page out of Mass Effect's book and had one player-created character across all of the games. Because like right now, this is a very big character moment for these two characters. And my character, who's so new and fresh to this world, is just standing there like a moron. I felt like I had no impact or bearing on what was going on in that moment, because it's like neither one of these characters would have any reason to interact with me. When you're playing a narrative-driven RPG where like you're the one making the decisions, that's really shit. Like, that's a real stupid situation to be in when this big moment is happening in this world that you're about to have to go and save, and you can't interact with it at all. So it was kind of this moment where I was like, wow, I wish like maybe the game had started, like, for example, let's say, and it would have been almost impossible because like Dragon Age 1 and 2 were like 360 PS3 era, and Inquisition was PS4 era. So it's not like they can just drag an old save file over. But it would have been cool to have like just Hawk from Dragon Age 2 be there as well, and just like take him off the board after this, and then your player character can go. It just would have been nice to have been a character that could have interacted more with these two. Again, seeing these two interact was cool because I know their backstory. I know I know what interactions I've had with them. I know what choices I've made. I know who these guys are, but my player character doesn't. So it's like the developers are expecting you to get something out of this without interacting with the situation as a whole, which I didn't personally like as somebody that like loves Dragon Age, loves Mass Effect. Like, some of my favorite moments from Mass Effect 3 come from interactions I have with characters that are remembering choices and conversations I'd had 2 games earlier. Like, that stuff is what made BioWare games awesome, was just like the follow through and just their awesome, like being able to weave all the story through. And look, I'm sure there are moments like that coming, hopefully, where we'll see more returning characters. I still feel like I'm very early on. I'm about 3 hours in, and I've recruited 2 members of my team. Nev, who you get from the start, and Bellaria, I believe, is the character I've just recruited. But yeah, this big moment sort of felt like it could have been a lot bigger and had a lot more of an impact if my player character didn't stand there and do nothing. But again, it's just a small gripe I have. Might get better. From there, you like interrupt Solus's his ritual of trying to break apart the barriers towards our world and the Veil. And then you and whoever you decide, because this is one of those moments where you pick a character you want to do something with. I pick Nev because I think she's the one I'm going to romance. Because that's another thing. You find out really early on, like basically from the start, everyone's hot. Like, everyone's really good looking. Like, I'm yet to run into an ugly person yet. And they always do this thing where you're in casual wear, where everyone's shirt is just like opened up. It's a couple of buttons extra than it needs to be, and they know what they're doing. So yeah, me and Nev went and we disrupted the ritual by breaking down a statue, and then what ends up happening is Varric gets stabbed, you get knocked out, you're bleeding from the head, and a whole bunch of chaos ensues. The demons are coming through, you've stopped the ritual, it gets sealed off, big explosion happens, you wake up, and effectively you're told, when you wake up in a dream with Solus and you find out that what you did was because you spilt blood on the altar where Solus was, he's able to commune with you in this dream world. He is stuck in the veil because we disrupted his ritual. He's been sucked in, and 2 elven gods who are way worse than Solus. Apparently, Solus is really the good guy. He was trying to open up the veil in order to, like, seal away these guys forever or some shit. I don't trust him 100% yet. He's always been that kind of guy that, like, can twist a story to make it seem like he's always in the right. We know people in real life like that, guys. Like, you know, if you know, you know. Solus is a little bit shifty. But these 2 elven gods are broken out, and they're just causing utter chaos across the world. So yeah, after I exchange jabs with Solus, I wake up, find out that it's time for me to put a team together. It's time to stop these guys. It's time to seal the veil. And that's basically it. You become the leader of the Veilguard. And it's your job to put together a team and seal it away and get Solus out of there and hopefully kill 2 elven gods. So yeah, I've done the first couple hours and I don't hate it so far. I'm sure there'll be a turning point or something. Look, as far as writing goes, it's not the best BioWare's done. The art style is a very big change. I will give them that. It is a massive departure from what we've seen before. But so far, even if the art style isn't something you're into, you can't deny it's a beautiful game. It is absolutely gorgeous. I have found myself more than once just panning, just stopping, looking out into the distance, panning, just taking everything in. It's gorgeous. The voice actors are giving it their all. My player character, he's giving it his all. He's just dead-eyed, standing there sometimes, but he's trying. And the combat is interesting. It's very different from what we've gotten before. It's very much like a third-person action game, light, heavy, block. I don't know if it's something that I'm still going to be enjoying in like 40 hours. I hope at some point it evolves. It's starting to with like the companions. Like I'm able to pause like action, like as it's going on. I can pause, decide what actions I want myself and my party members to take, and then implement that, and then continue the fight, which I like. That's very Mass Effect. That was very much a Mass Effect thing where you'd be in the middle of a firefight, and you could like pause, decide what you want your companions to do. The thing with Mass Effect is like Mass Effect was very much like you could like change, like you could go from a machine gun to a heavy cannon to a sniper rifle to like, you know, using stasis abilities, where it's like in this game so far, like I've swapped from a sword to a glaive to all this other stuff, but all of the attacks look the same, feel the same, and do the same amount of damage right now. You are able to swap to like as a warrior, I'm able to swap to like a heavier 2-handed weapon, which feels good. But again, so far, attacks look the same, feel the same, do basically the same thing. I'm hoping as I put more points into more moves, find more interesting and intricate weapons, hopefully we get different move sets, different feels, different stuff like that. But so far, I am cautiously optimistic that I'm going to enjoy this game. Will it come out as the best Dragon Age game? No. I will be really surprised if I... It sucks because it's like this might be the worst Dragon Age game, but they're really good games. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like someone's got to be at the bottom of what is great games.
Is this Dragon Age good enough? That's my question.
So far, yeah. I think.
Yeah, I think that's all we needed at the moment.
Yeah. But I'll report back. When it's done, there'll be a review. But yeah, so far, so good. But yeah, it's hard to beat for me at the moment, just because like I've had so much more time with the older games, you know what I mean? Maybe with more time and more hours put into this one, I will feel like, oh, maybe this is better than Inquisition. Maybe this is better than Origins. It's going to be hard for someone to beat 2, because like 2 was just like my game at the time, and I was obsessed with it. So, and I think 2 is considered the worst, which is funny. I always pick the one that's considered the worst to be my favorite, and I keep doing it. I don't mean to. But yeah, no. Dragon Age, not too bad. But mate, now we get to talk about something we've both been playing. I'm going to let you run wild with your thoughts on Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Season 1. Hit us with it, brother.
I think the place to start is like when season 1 launched last year in Modern Warfare 3. I remember the first thing we sort of said was like, this is how the game should have launched.
Mm-hmm.
And with Black Ops 6 season 1, I don't feel that way. I feel like this is a proper season. It had a proper launch, and everything just feels as though it should. And it's solid, you know. I think we went through last week on the podcast all the things that were dropping, so I don't want to rehash everything. But you know, there's a handful of maps, there's new game modes and perks. We haven't gotten everything yet though. It's a bit of a drip feed. Store updates, zombie updates, new weapons, battle pass, Black Cell, new map in Warzone. Warzone got updated to support Black Ops 6, which is awesome. So, you know, decent sized season, but quite a fun season. It's still early days, you know what I mean? There's still a few things missing from the game. But Nuketown 24/7 remains, so I am a happy boy. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels good. Honestly, I probably haven't played it as much as I would like. There's a couple of gunfight maps I haven't yet played, so I'm keen to check those out. But I don't know. I think that's my opinion. It just feels like a solid season. You know, it's a perfect drop at the perfect time. And I think if they can keep this momentum up, where it's like, you know, a few maps every 6 weeks or whatever, I think we'll be in for a good year of COD. You know, who knows? They might fizzle out halfway through, but if this is what they got for season 1, after a 4-year dev time, I just assume season 2 will be just as solid. So I don't know really what to dive into, but I'm gonna just spoil the fun and go straight to the replacer that came out yesterday.
Yeah,
the replacer is in the store, 2,400 points. You get the replacer, you get a couple of weapons, you get a finishing move, you get a calling card, a display picture, and if you've got Black Cell, you get a second variant of the skin.
Yes, sir.
It's perfect, Kyle. It's perfect. Have you been enjoying the replacer?
I have, and as somebody who's prestiging like a mad mother, I really appreciate that the 2 weapons that are in the replacer bundle are 2 of the better ones in the game, so it's nice to not have to use an unlock token on them, you know what I mean? I've just got them now, so every time I prestige, the gun is unlocked. Love the replacer bundle, love the skin, love the stuff that he comes out with. Very big fan of the Black Cell variant, been using that in Warzone, really like that a lot. Honestly, awesome bundle, mate. So good. And like, you were locked and loaded too. Like, I remember when it was coming, you were like, sent us a photo of your COD points. I'm like, man's ready. Like, he's locked, he's loaded. I never hesitated either. I was like, if Jack's getting into this, I gotta get it. So the second it was available, logged on, grabbed it. Like, he's been acquired. We're ready to go. So yeah.
I got it at about 7 a.m.
Oh my guy. Team Skin. Yeah. Team Skin is ready. We're ready. We're locked. I love it. So good.
I wish... this might be an unpopular opinion, but the whole like Crimson Black Ops, like the operators good versus bad that we've had in the last few years of Call of Duty, fucking hate it. I hate that every second game at best we're not playing as a replacer. It doesn't feel that way. It feels like we're playing the replacer about 10% of the time, if I'm being completely honest.
Yes, no, you are. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I guess.
Crimson.
Yeah. I wish there was like a way. I mean, there isn't a way, but I wish there was like if they did, like, imagine they did the replacer like they did the Call of Duty League skins. You know what I mean? Like, you buy the replacer and you get like a black suit for one side and a white suit for the other. You know what I mean? Like, that way you could play the replacer on like both teams.
You know what my real problem is actually? I think the Black Ops, or like the, you know, quote unquote good side, get way more skins that are great than the other side. Like Modern Warfare 2 and 3, both games, my skins for the left side were way better. Whether it was like Lara Croft or like the original Burger skin. I can't remember what other skins I had. It wasn't a lot, but always on the left side. Yeah,
that's totally fair. I think right side had some interesting ones. They always get like the villains. Like, right side's always the villains. So like when they had like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 had this real weird obsession with horror skins. Like, I didn't like it. I thought it was terrible. So I'm really hoping that Blop 6 like breaks the trend. Because like Cold War had an obsession with like 80s like action heroes. So like Rambo, John McClane, like Terminator. Like, they all got skins. So hopefully like 90s stuff would be cool. Hopefully they just
some good villains we could chuck in there. You know what I mean? Like, What about like Nitro from Crash Bandicoot? I don't know. Like let's get some good villains in there.
I mean, that's the like we spoke about the room like that rumor like a couple of weeks ago. Like apparently, like Master Chief will be on the way, Doomslayer's on the
See
way.
again, they'll all be on the Black Ops side. We need we need like an elite or a brute chieftain or something on the right side.
I can see them putting like, I could totally see them putting Doomslayer on the right side, and making it like a skin for like Brutus or something like that. But normally they would make that just a brand new operator.
Yeah.
But see, like with Doomslayer, you could literally like on the left side you could have classic Doomslayer from like the original Doom, and on the right you could have Doomslayer from like 2016 and Eternal. Like that could be a way to like always be playing as the Doomslayer.
Yeah.
It just depends if they want to do that. I was just thinking someone they could put on the right side, but they probably because like I think Carver's on the right side. Carver, the character Carver might be on the right. Maybe he's on the left, but I was like, a 90s movie that like they could totally do a skin for and it would like work and they would be doing it before the studio even dropped a film would be Blade. Just like Wesley Snipes' Blade in the game would be sick. And like if they timed it right with like the introduction of like, because eventually they'll do it. They'll introduce a sword. They always introduce a sword. Like if you introduce like a Blade bundle that like got you to unlock the sword, but it looked like his stiletto, like that would be so cool. That'd be sick.
Just had a thought, random, completely off topic, but it was firing range in Cold War. Remember?
I think so. I think it, but it was like right towards the end. They like added a version of it. Where's firing range? Holy shit! Yeah, dude, that's a season 2 map for sure, right? Like they've got to.
So.
They've got to. They've got to. Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be sick.
So far, it feels very. So far with season 1, it still feels very original. With the exception of Nuketown.
Yep.
I don't think anything feels really like rehashed or reused. And if you didn't have Nuketown, that would, like, more people would hate that. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have Nuketown.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do hope by season 3 we get just a little bit of the classic stuff just to keep us humming along.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for season 1 Reloaded because we're getting prop hunt. That was another thing. Like season 1 was like, oh, we're bringing prop hunt, we're bringing this, we're bringing that, and we were really disappointed it wasn't there day one. But I'm also kind of excited it wasn't now because we were able to get through a lot of that newest, like the new stuff they wanted us to get through. And now it's like, man, I'd really love something new to do. They dropped prop hunt middle of season 1, and I'm like, I'm in, I'm locked in, I'm ready to go. So I'd be really excited when they eventually announce season 2. It'd be sick to see like, oh, Sticks and Stones is coming, and then that's the season 2 Reloaded mode because then we would have like basically a whole season of like prop hunt, so we'd be hungry for a new like party game. I think if they keep adding party games every season, that'd be good.
Well said.
I lost my train of thought, but I agree with you. I think season 1's been really, really good so far. I liked the battle pass. Battle pass is really good. Everything in there has been great so far. Nothing in there has disappointed me. I like that the battle pass is no longer an attack map. It's literally pages. Like that's very Fortnite still, but at least like it's like pages, and I can just set it to like unlock like a normal battle pass, and I don't have to look at a stupid map every time I click on the battle pass. I like that.
Oh yeah, totally.
Black Cell's very cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, new operators that have been added are really cool. Sev from the campaign's there, which makes me think like the next operator we get in season 2 will probably be the other. I think his name's Felix from the campaign. I feel like he'll be the next one we get. Otherwise, we're probably going to get a villain on the villain side, and I'll be very interested to see who they add because they've got to be ramping up that multiplayer story eventually. Like they do it every single time, you know. Warzone's here now, so they got to do something with it. The new Warzone map, pretty good. Pretty good. Area 99, not too bad. The thing with Area 99 is it is deceptively small, like incredibly small. Like I think it might be too small.
Like not a lot of people drop in to offset that because it's Resurgence, so it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, it's
hectic.
It's crazy that like we've got like the map's just launched and it already feels like Fortnite does now. Like before first circle closes, there's like 4 or 5 squads left. Like that was happening consistently the other night, and
yeah,
even in Resurgence, it's mad.
Warzone doesn't feel like it has an identity right now, and I think Verdansk dropping will solve that. I don't think Verdansk returning is going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of people disappointed with it because it's just like the game's different now. You know what I mean? It's just not going to feel like it did 5 years ago. But I think that'll give its identity back, because at the moment we're rotating between the new map and Rebirth Island and Urgistan, which is fucking massive. Like it's too much. It's too much change from hour to hour. So I think Verdansk will fix a lot of these problems.
I have a theory about Warzone. I think like they're going to start hyping up Verdansk soon, and then I think they drop they drop an old map that is technically a new map for Warzone. I think they drop a map and it's just called Blackout, and it's the Blackout map.
After Verdansk.
After Verdansk, yeah.
That was a good map.
It was a good map.
But it fitted the mode a lot as well, so it'd be interesting to see how that goes.
Very
the
colourful.
last thing in season 1 I think worth sort of diving into a little bit is ranked.
Oh,
Ranked is here.
mate, ranked is here and
Ranked is fucked.
crazy, but so much better than MW2 and MW3 ranked. Just in terms of like you get 3 games of protection before you like start losing SR. You get a warm up game when you first jump in to like get you ready to go.
Yeah, the ranked platform is so much better.
Yeah.
The only thing that was better about Modern Warfare 3 ranked, I would say, was probably the maps in the first season or two.
Yeah.
We were just playing on maps we knew well and all that.
These maps are rough, dude. Like Red
maps
Card.
are really rough.
We've played on Red Card once just to see how it was. Every other time, even the enemy team are vetoing that piece of shit map. They need that. Like I said in my review the other day, like it's crazy that the thing they've pushed most is Omni movement, and I feel like so few of these maps are designed around that. Like they still feel like they're designed around classic COD 3-lane bullshit, whereas like Red Card is the one where it feels like they've tried to introduce verticality, but they've introduced it on the 3 lanes, which just doesn't work. Like they need to treat it more like a playground. I think there are better maps in this game for ranked than Red Card, so I'm surprised it was put in here. I'd be very interested to know if like Red Card and Protocol and all these maps were designed with ranked in mind, considering it did come so soon after the game's launch. Like maybe these maps were originally, that's why they are the way that they are.
Maybe Protocol's not terrible, but
Red
Vault
Card is bad.
shit, Red Card shit.
Vault's bad. Red Card is
What's the other one?
trash.
What's that?
They're all so forgettable.
They're all
What is
kind
it? Skyline or whatever it is, the one we played from the beta a lot. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But the problem is I feel like the one that we're like, that's fine. I think we played on once or twice, and we just keep getting the same.
Thought it was a ranked map. I played it once.
Yeah, layout of. Ugh.
Jokes aside, all right, jokes out of the room for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually like really love to see how Nuketown played in a ranked setting.
Me too.
Because the thing about these ranked maps that hurts the most, honestly, like with hardpoint and stuff, is the spawns.
Mm-hmm.
The spawns are so inconsistent, and it becomes a bit of luck towards the end of the match sometimes. Whereas Nuketown, the spawns can fuck you around a bit, but the map's so small that you can recover from a bad spawn.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree. I agree.
It would just come down to who's the better with the guns.
Yeah.
I feel.
I think so.
I would love to see it. I don't think they'll ever do it, but that's just a little thing I think about from time to time.
When I think about ranked, there's 2 things I'd like to see, mate. One is gunfight ranked. I keep bringing that up. Brought it up in the review the other day. I think gunfight ranked would pop off. I think it would bang. I think a lot of people would play it. Or just bring back gunfight tournaments. The other thing I'd really love to see from this ranked mode is at least one game of fucking search and destroy.
just one.
Just one.
Even just one a night would be enough to keep us going.
Like we've played, we're in silver. Like we're almost in gold, and we're yet to play a game of S&D. That's
I'm
insane.
convinced it doesn't exist.
That's insane. It's crazy. Like, did the developers veto it before the freaking mode dropped or something? Because like it's just not there. It's freaking mental to me.
Maybe it's only available on Red Card.
Maybe we need to start vetoing Red Card. Nah, screw it. I'd rather just veto Red Card and never play S&D again if that's the case. I think another cool thing to bring up and another change to ranked, definitely notable, is ranked rewards are now unlocked as you hit the rank, as opposed to getting to the end of a season and then getting the reward for the rank you reached. Now you can collect all the rank rewards. If you can power your way all the way to top 250, you'll get a silver card, a gold card, gold skin, iridescent skin, crimson skin. So that's really cool. I like that. It's like I think it's just a way to get people to continue to grind.
Yeah, just keep engaged. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep you going. There's also a lot of like 1,000 wins, you get a special knife. Like they've really sat down and they're like, we got to keep people going. So they've got a lot of rewards and a lot of like put a lot of thought into how to keep people putting their time into ranked. But all they need to do is just fix those maps. Bring back some classic maps. That's what we need. Bring back raid. Just classic raid. That would be fun ranked. It'd be fun on S&D. But
I have not a fiber in my body that gives a fuck about raid. I do not understand why that map is popular.
I think it's a good rank map, especially for S&D. Just the way that the sites are set up.
I'll say this: better than any of the ranked maps we've got.
Yeah,
no
100%.
content.
I think raid's a good ranked map. I don't think it's an overall good TDM map.
Yeah, I don't. Look, domination's not bad on it. Yeah, maybe the objective mode is where it's at.
I think that's why, I think that one, like Search and Destroy, like I can tell you the 3 spots that the S&D thing happens, and it's like, yep, I know exactly where I need to be. I know exactly where the points are. Like, yeah, that's good. Red card is so bad. I don't like. There's so many places I could be, but there's like 900 other places for them to be. They're either in the goal, they're above, they're like it's Camp Central. They're under the bleacher. Oh my god, pisses me off. Red card's so bad. Treyarch, why you were batting sixes, boys. You did so well, and then red card is a thing. But yeah, no. Overall, so far, season 1 really good. Really looking forward to Reloaded, seeing what they're adding and all that sort of stuff. The new weapons they've added are so good. The Reload is when we get Prop Hunt. It's when we get the new zombie map. We also got directed zombies as well when season 1 launched, and I have done the directed Terminus Easter egg. So good. Easter egg's so good. I like that the directed one is there. It's good. I think it's good. It was a good time. Got to beat the boss. Lots of fun. And it was I think directed was really good because we played with somebody that had never played zombies before. So it was cool to sort of show them why we were obsessed with zombies, taking them through the Easter egg, and then they got to the boss fight and they got to the end and they were kind of like, okay, I want to play COD again. Like, that's it. It did it. Well done, directed zombies. Well done. So yeah, I'll be keen to jump in and do the Easter egg undirected with the boys. I think it'll be fun. I've done so well. I've got it all committed to memory. I got Terminus committed to memory, and then I'll deal with Liberty Falls. But yeah, Terminus, I've got it all up here in the old noggin. It's so good. But no, season 1, good, solid season so far. 8 out of 10. Good on them.
Yeah, well said. 8 out of 10.
Which is also what I gave the game, ladies and gentlemen, because I reviewed Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and you should head over to oneupgames.com and read the review right now, or you can stay here on the YouTube, or you can head over to the YouTube, wherever you're listening to the podcast, and you can watch it over on the YouTube. We also did a review for Scaffold? It's a weird name. It's a weird name, but I like the game. A Scoutfold into the fray. It's an interesting game. It's a weird game, but I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to jumping into the others because every single game in the series is completely different from each other. Like one is like a Metroidvania, one is like the twin stick shooter, which I played. Another one's like a visual novel. Like they're all very different. So very, very keen to jump into the others and see how they compare. But yeah, lots of cool stuff going on at 1UP at the moment. Very, very cool stuff.
Always
a good time. Go to the website, people. Please. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it from us for this week. Thank you so much for listening. Really do appreciate it. Like I said, if you want to keep up to date with everything Jack and myself are doing, as well as our socials, you can find them over at oneupgames.com. You'll be able to find links to our Twitter. I'm not going to call it X. The Twitter, the Discord, the YouTube, links to all that is there. Links to everything is also on the YouTube page, straight to the Twitch and all that fun stuff, where you'll be able to keep up to date with everything we do. It's good. Join the Discord. Lots of good conversations happening over there as well. But yeah, Jack, thank you very much for joining me, mate.
Thank you for having me.
Mate, anytime. Come back again and do it next week. That's right. I do the joke again, people. You can't stop me. 50 episodes. What a journey we've been on, mate. I'm looking forward to the next 550. It's going to be a great time.
Feels right that episode 50 was 2 days late and half an hour late after that.
True.
We'll aim for Friday this week.
You know what we should have done? We should have put off 50 this week, and we should have done it on Friday this week.
Probably should have.
Because then we could have been like, yo, we're doing episode 50 and it's my birthday. It would have been killer. Could have been like a...
Should I delete this?
Cut the pod. We'll do it again. No. 51 on my birthday. That'll be fun. No, mate. Yeah, thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's fun doing this podcast with you. I enjoy coming back here every week to do it with you. You're a joy to do this with. I love bouncing ideas and having a great time with you. So I appreciate you coming.
Likewise, I like learning with our audience.
It's a good
You're
time.
an encyclopedia, my friend.
Mate, you're too kind. You're too kind to me. And if you guys want to keep up to date with the encyclopedia, go to the website. I'm just going to keep saying go to the website. All right? Lots of work goes into that website. You're not going. I see the numbers. I'm looking at them right now. I'm looking at them. And 95% of you are not subscribed to the website. All right? That's right. I use the YouTube jargon bullshit. Go to the website. All right? Jesus.
You can subscribe to the website, but I don't know.
You get an email that says Kyle wrote some more bullshit.
Yeah.
So go freaking subscribe over on the website. Av, are you not telling people about the website? I'm holding him personally responsible. I hope you heard this, Av. You're personally responsible, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. We really do appreciate it. Until next time, may all of you guys be good ones, and we will catch you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.